My cat's purring. You might be able to hear. Say hello. Say hello to the people. Hi, my name is Alex. I'm almost 25 years old. I'm a Pokemon Unite streamer, and perhaps most importantly, I am a woman. And happy Women's History Month, I guess. I know I'm a small streamer, and I'm known to very few people in the community, relatively, and my camera quality is bad, and I'm not a seasoned content creator, so I mess up here and there, but I want you to hang out for a bit, and just listen to what I have to say. Just for a bit. First, I would like to quote a research article from 2019 to give you some context into what I'm talking about, and help you understand that I'm not just pulling these experiences out of my ass. So this article, which I will link below, states, overall, the included studies reflect the difficulties that women experience within video games among the general community of gaming. Women are still harassed, belittled, and considered less able than men when it comes to gaming by both men and women. To hold an identity within gaming culture, women must follow strict rules about how they conduct themselves and hold views which emphasize that they are part of gaming culture and that other women are not part of gaming culture. Building on from this, women need to support each other openly and visibly in the community with reinforcement from men. This is a great opportunity for us to reflect on this statement in the context of the Pokemon Unite community and the culture surrounding it. Now, you may be wondering what my credentials are for speaking on this, besides being a woman. As of the time of recording, I am an okay player. My total win rate is 53% with over 6,000 games. My most played Pokemon has a 56% win rate, so I'm fairly average. I play a variety of roles. I would say my games are split fairly evenly between solo queue and duos or trios. I very rarely play 5 stacks. I've been streaming for a year, but I've played this game since the day it came out, and I've been involved with the online Pokemon Unite community for about a year and a half. So, now let's talk about it. Women's experiences and role within this game. I would like to make a disclaimer that I'm not attacking men within this video. Most men have no ill intent towards women, and some even go out of their way to make this game a safe place for us, okay? So I'm not attacking you. Alright, if you think about the Unite community, there are many more notable male players and creators than women. This is obvious. This is true with a lot of gaming communities. You may think of Spraggles, Chris Heroes, Inder, Bruv, Overlord, etc., etc. If you think of female creators, there's a few notable mentions. You have Curlicue, maybe Crunches, maybe Stockings, but only if you're deep into the community do you get to hear about the women involved. Additionally, in terms of views or fans, the community is dominated by male creators. However, I would like to say there are a lot of women who play Unite, maybe even more than other games, especially considering it's related to the Pokemon IP. So there are some very talented women in this game, but they are greatly underrepresented on competitive teams. This fact alone may contribute to an unconscious bias against women's skill level within the game, as the same article states, drawing on data from a different study, if women play as often as men, they tend to reach similar levels of success within the game, discouraging the belief that women are less skillful at gaming. However, they also noted that female players tend to play less or stop earlier than their male counterparts, which they argued was due to gender experiences and peer community. Example, gameplay was viewed as male-dominated. So what does this mean? What is the point of me saying this? Me, a random, small content creator. Well, sometimes I just want to play jungle, man. But seriously, the expectation that women are less skillful creates an environment in which women are forced to engage in the game in a way that is less fun or optimal for them. Men are not expected to step back and play the support for the trio. Men are allowed to criticize your gameplay, whether constructively or not, and that's considered acceptable. Women are much less confident in making suggestions for improvement or asking the man within their trio to tank for them. Much of it is because of these harmful stereotypes associated with women's skill level. Let me give you a real example of my experience. And again, no hate towards those involved in this situation. For a little while last year, I was asked to play for a competitive team by my friend, and of course I did, because she's my friend. I was slotted into the tank role, and we were just not very good. I did my best, but our team members commonly argued. Despite myself and the other 2 women on the team providing suggestions for improvement, one of the men on the team was not receptive and would shut down if we finally teamed up hard enough to wear him down. One game, I finally worked up the confidence to ask to play jungle, and we started kicking ass on ladder. My team members were so happy with the new discovery, they were like, "Why didn't you tell us you could jungle? Why didn't you tell us you could carry? You should have been jungling earlier." However, the same man, our previous jungler, was not happy that I took his role. In fact, he became completely unresponsive to communication for weeks. Despite the support from the women on my team, this still made me insecure. because now this guy was upset with me, even though it was clear that I was more skilled. In another situation, having to do with the same team, we had a sub come watch our games for a practice so he could give us suggestions for our gameplay. Now, I was told he would be helping us with our decision making, which is awesome. We needed a coach to help us out. But what my experience was this player refusing to tell either of the men on the team to do anything different and spending a lot of time nitpicking the three women's micro plays. Despite it not being that big of a deal, it was still very clear to me from that experience that this player felt much more comfortable providing criticism to women. This brings us to now, where misogyny is still running rampant on Twitter, and it seems like many of us can't catch a break. I know so many women who have had worse experiences than me, and I do encourage you to share them, if you've had them. Let's start talking about it this month. Even being a relatively skilled player, I still find myself nervous to ask if I can play a different role. I still automatically assume I'm playing support if I get asked to trio with some players. This is even true with my friends, and because I know that if I carry, I don't perform well in any one single game, the implications of those mistakes hold much more weight than if I was a man. I think many women in the community would agree with me on that. So what now? I'm not changing anyone's minds, so what's the point? Why should I even be talking about this? Well, it's important that I provide some guidelines for men who are looking to break this stigma, because we all know that unfortunately we do need your help. You, as men, are the ones with voices. To uplift ours, we need yours too. Just stating that women deserve to carry more or deserve to be respected for their skill is not enough. Just saying that in your trio, the women are allowed to suggest whatever role they want to play, and I have a support woman on my team and she's always allowed to play carry if she asks. It's not enough. We need to see you actively doing it. A great example of this is Draku-san, who is hosting a role swap event to use his voice to highlight the many talented women within the community. My organization, Pandacorn Gaming, is also using this month to make sure we highlight female creators in the space. I also have many male friends who I love playing games with and often point out things they respect about my gameplay that I don't even realize. Shout out to Ziggy, Fo50, Star Scenical, and my best friend, Chris, just to name a few. Keep doing what you're doing. It means more than you realize. So, if you want to take anything away from this, let's realize that we can use our voices and platforms to lift up the voices of women and highlight our contributions to the scene. Even if you don't realize it, many women have a difficult time feeling heard in this space. Even if it doesn't affect you, it does exist. See you later. Happy Women's History Month.